Why did you choose to handle this round of the teacher contract negotiations this way? And I guess my follow-up would be, was there a better way to do this?
I'm convinced there was not a better way to do this. We've got a number of constraints put in place. First of all, there's the Supreme Court of Canada has set out some basic rules that you have to follow in order to ensure that ultimately we can hit the pause button on public sector pay. So we started back in January. We tried to be fair and open and accountable and responsible. Now we find ourselves at this point in time where we're running out of runway. And the clock is going to turn over at September 31st when it hits midnight, and that's an automatic $1.5 billion extra cost to taxpayers for teacher pay. We've given teachers reasonable and responsible increases in pay during the course of the past 9 years, but these times are different. We've entered into a period of slow economic growth. So that's got to be reflected in terms of the pay agreements that we enter into. But we also want to do it in a way that ensures that we maintain progress in our schools. So we've worked really hard to strike the balance.
You asked me how I think that they're handling this. You know, I think it's been badly bungled, and sadly, students and parents are paying the price if the school year is in jeopardy. We knew for 4 years that this contract was to expire September 1st, and now we're on the edge of teachers who already received over 30% wage increases under this government receiving 5.5% more on September 1. So we need to hit the pause button. I do think there's a better way. We've brought forward a mandatory across-board wage freeze for everybody. It's fair, it's balanced, it's reasonable, and it means we're all in this together. So whether you're a teacher, whether you're a doctor, whether you're an MPP, a firefighter, police, that apply equally for a minimum of 2 years. It'll save us $2 billion a year. So I know that they've done a one-off in the teachers. The caution I have is that means we've got 3,999 more of these to go. I don't think that kind of ongoing soap opera is going to be helpful to balancing our budgets or sending a signal to international investors that we've got our act together.
This is more about seats in the legislature than it is about kids in the classroom. This is absolutely about the government's attempt to buy itself 2 more seats, or at least 1 more seat in Kitchener-Waterloo, because of course they held Vaughan historically. So I think it's irresponsible. I think it's reckless. I know that it will cost hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars if it does lose at the Supreme Court, and it really is just a gamble. The government's prepared to gamble with our tax dollars in order to gain those extra seats so that they can have power and they can have their majority. And I think that is absolutely the wrong direction to go in. It's the wrong motivation, and it doesn't at all pay attention to the needs of students and rather parents.
So what's the